Hi, I wanted to answer a question that you had left. You had said, while I understand that in general, narcissists would make terrible partners, do they still need love, or can they experience the feeling of love? And this is a really good question, because if you've ever had a relationship with a narcissist, you want to know, like, do they love me? Did they love me? Are they capable of love? Do they love their new supply? Like, all of these questions. The short answer, actually, I would just cross out love and I would just put narcissistic supply. So really all love is to a narcissist is narcissistic supply. Are you enabling their behavior? Are you not holding them accountable for their actions? You're not forcing them to take responsibility for their actions. Are you validating them? Are you, overlooking red flags and just pretending that they walk on water and they're a perfect human being? So if you are, then you're giving them really good narcissistic supply and they love you. So they don't really know what love is. They didn't experience true love or unconditional love from their parents, from siblings, from the people that were around them and that raised them. The reason why they have this personality disorder is because at some point they deemed themselves unlovable, not good enough, to the point where they just killed off their true self and created this persona of, I'm amazing, I walk on water, I can do no wrong, like I have this grandiose personality. Or again, they could be more covert and just be like, woe is me, everything always happens to me, and they just want sympathy and attention from external people. They just want validation. So really, do they need love? They just really need attention. So they just really need supply. So if a narcissist isn't getting attention and supply, I mean, they could very well become depressed. They can almost become suicidal. So they have to always be surrounding themselves with people that think that they are absolutely amazing. That's why a lot of times, especially an overt narcissist, will be in a position of power. So they'll, be the big wig, and they, politicians or whatever, just CEOs, like they could be the manager of McDonald's, it doesn't really matter. They just need to be at a higher ranked position. That way people think that they're amazing. They have to be in a relationship with another person that thinks that they walk on water and that they're God's gift and that they can do no wrong, and that never hold them accountable for anything. So the person that ends up being in a relationship with a narcissist is a very weak person. They probably either don't have any boundaries or self-love and is extremely codependent and fragile, and very insecure. Or they could very well be a narcissist themselves, and it's very common to have two narcissistically two people with either narcissistic traits or narcissistic personality disorder come together and be in a relationship. Most often those relationships don't last because at some point there has to be a give and take in a relationship, and a narcissist is just a taker. So that's going to always cause friction when you get two narcissists together, but we're kind of going off topic. So again, do they need love? No, they need narcissistic supply. Do they ever experience the feeling of love? I personally don't think so. I mean, maybe if you have someone that doesn't have full-blown narcissistic personality disorder and just has a lot of traits, they might be able to experience some kind of love, but even then, I really just don't think so. Something like a parent that is narcissistic looking at their children, most often we would think, oh my God, we absolutely love our children. We automatically, unconditionally love our child. But for someone that's suffering from NPD or even has a lot of traits and is right there on that spectrum, it's going to be really hard because that child is constantly, as long as that child is, adorable and cute and good in school and athletic or whatever it is that they're giving that parent, which is narcissistic supply, which is that's my child, then they think that they feel love for that child. But when push comes to shove, they don't put that child first. They don't put the best interests of the child first. So you end up seeing that they don't really love the people around them because they only love themselves and what they can get out of the people that they have surrounded themselves with. So I hope that helps answer your question. It was a little longer than I wanted to, but if you have any more questions, please let me know.